Functions are always in the software. There's always one default function. You'll notice this because you'll see in my tree, I have for every component in my component browser an equal F1 M1. So F1 is the actual functional name that that component is related to. You can also display your component browser by a functional view. So that way you can sort your components based on function. So if these four symbols, these are contactor relays, let's go ahead and define a function for one of those objects. I can go ahead and change the function of the object by a simple right mouse click. Notice that there is a main function, but I'll go ahead and create a new function. And we'll call this the starter function. It automatically marks it as F2, and I'll hit select. So now that component is related to that function F2, starter. And there's the actual device relating to it. And that particular device is used across many different sheets. If I double click one of those, there is KFY1, which is that switch, which is related to that function. If I go to the symbol properties, I can also see that it's related to the F2 starter. And I can also select and change it here as well. Let's proceed into sheet 20, where we were previously. We'll zoom in. Notice that there's an F2 relating to this other symbol as well. Now, if we want to assign functions to multiple objects, a nice way of doing this is to draw a box around all of the objects using the functional outline capability. Simply choose the functional outline from the schematic tab and choose whether you want a simple rectangle or a polyline. And I can draw a box around the objects that I wish. And pick the function that I want it to be related to. And I can also change the component's function that's in the box. So all of those components are related to the starter now, and you can see we have these four items in there. I can also look at the details of all the functions. If I go to the project tab, there's a function browser. Reports can also be generated showing everything related to any one function.